Yo, what's going on, my people? Welcome back to game week number 22 predictions. 21 games already been played, 17 to go. 17 games to go. Our last set of games, game week number 21, we saw three big teams drop points. Manchester City dropping points against Brentford, Chelsea dropping points at home against Bournemouth, and Liverpool dropping points against Nottingham Forest. Brentford taking on Liverpool. Liverpool drew their last two Premier League games, while Brentford forced a draw against Manchester City. This is a game where Liverpool will be looking for a reaction. They can't allow Arsenal and Nottingham Forest to creep back into the Premier League contention. This one, I'm going to gauge it. I'm going to edge it to Liverpool. Liverpool 3, Brentford 1. Newcastle taking on Bournemouth. Bournemouth, a team with the best fighting spirit in the Premier League, taking on a team with the best striker in Europe right now. Bournemouth drew their last game against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, while Newcastle dismantled Wolverhampton Wanderers 3-0. This is a very, very difficult encounter, but I think Newcastle being at home will be too much for Bournemouth. 3-1 Newcastle. Leicester taking on Fulham. Leicester having sacked their manager Steve Cooper. The fortunes are not coming their way. Sack a manager, you expect a reaction, and that reaction is not coming their way. Ruud van Nistelrooy seems not to be that guy. Listen, Leicester can score goals, but they have been very porous at their defense. And Fulham, pretty good team. Gonna give it to Fulham, 2-1 Fulham. Westham taking on Crystal Palace. Westham with a new manager look a different proposition altogether. Crystal Palace is a good team. They can score goals, they can defend well, but this one is gonna be difficult. Tricky one to predict. I'm gonna go a draw, 1-1. Westham 1, Crystal Palace 1. Arsenal taking on Aston Villa. Aston Villa did a double last season against Arsenal. Home and away, no response. We cannot rule that out. But this time around, Aston Villa don't look the same team. Aston Villa don't look the same team compared to what they were last season. Two teams coming into this game, both winning their last previous games. Arsenal beating Tottenham Hotspur 2-1. Aston Villa beat Everton 1-0 at Goodison Park. My prediction, Arsenal will be geared. That win against Tottenham should be giving them the momentum and the belief to win more games. 2-1, Arsenal. Everton taking on Tottenham Hotspur, two teams coming from defeats from their previous Premier League encounters. Everton lost against Aston Villa. Tottenham lost against Arsenal. Tricky one to predict, because Tottenham have not been good either, because Ange Postecoglou always wins trophies in his second season in every country. I think he's winning this one. 2-1 Tottenham. Manchester United taking on Brighton at Old Trafford. Manchester United will be looking to at least make it 6 points from their last two Premier League games. Opportunity for Manchester United at least to gain momentum, because they have fixtures that are so much appealing. More than half of the Premier League teams have drawn against Brighton. Will this be a draw? I guess yes. Brighton are not pushovers. Manchester United are so patchy. Win, draw, lose, win, draw, lose. So this one, I'm going to give it a draw. Nottingham Forest versus Southampton Wanderers. Southampton Wanderers have been enemies of themselves, always creating problems for themselves, and they can't really afford to do that with informed Nottingham Forest. So Nottingham Forest, with the pace of Elanga and the finishing of Chris Hood, would be too much for Southampton. 4-0 Southampton to lose. Ipswich taking on Manchester City, two teams that like attacking football. Ipswich lost their last game. Manchester City also drew against Brentford. They threw out their 2-0 lead against Brentford, and this looks like a fixture that is so difficult to predict. So Manchester City, they have the players, the quality of players that they need to win this game, and I'm going to give them a slight edge, 2-1 Manchester City. Chelsea Football Club taking on Wolverhampton Wanderers. Chelsea dropped points against Bournemouth 1-1 at Stamford Bridge, while Wolverhampton Wanderers were dismantled by Newcastle 3-0. Enzo Maresca has to get better, especially in his substitutions, because first half, Chelsea are always playing well. Second half, they become a different team. So Enzo Maresca has to take responsibilities and make sure that this coming fixture, Chelsea get a result. Chelsea 2, Wolves 1. Let me know what you think about my predictions. Leave your comment in the comment section below. I'll catch you in the next one. Please subscribe.